Is everyone holding up? Because me and VinZG are holding up still here at the Battle for Supremacy TV Honor of Kings Tournament. I'm Kaisaya. With me is VinZG, still waiting and wanting more action for the last few sets that we have. And we have Indonesia versus Philippines. Who are these teams that we are about to witness soon, VinZG?
This round is gonna be Kazoku Neo and AxG Synthsparks. So from Indonesia and Philippines, they'll be facing each other. And whoever wins this round will be proceeding towards the next round. So let's see if this one is going to be way fast, just like what we've witnessed earlier, or are we gonna see some slow phase? Are we gonna see the Tempest Dragon spawns? And that's what we need to see. So I can't wait to see what's up in this series, because for me personally, to be honest, with all I've seen right now, it seems like I can't keep up. It was way too fast. I mean, in just like a blink of an eye, if I just close my eyelid like this, once I open it,
it's done.
The base or the crystal is been broken. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, everything is just so hype right now. Probably because we have, KIS ongoing tomorrow as well. So, Honor of Kings fans definitely is looking forward to that as well. Everyone's pretty hyped this weekend. And it's a lovely Friday evening as well. And especially that we see a lot of intense Honor of Kings action. But I don't think I'm going to be able to move on with that 5-minute game time, VZG. I do hope when I go for a 5-man RG, I think that's going to be the lineup. I'll teach my teammates.
Need to have that formula. I need to have that kind of gameplay. I need to have that kind of lineup. I need to make 5 matches in an hour. That's the way I can save time. Because time is valuable, time is important, and time is very, very much important in Honor of Kings. And they didn't even give time for the Shadow Overlord to spawn, Don't reach 10-minute mark. No Tempest Dragon for us. It's just the first Tyrant, first Overlord. We need to end this quick.
They just let the first Overlord, the first Tyrant to enjoy the 1-minute time, right after 4-minute game time. But yeah, then again, it's definitely a lesson learned from the Bangladeshi team that we had. But definitely a learning experience to many of us Honor of Kings players. So it's what we call, like in our local language, the healing the link that we know. So that's a really nice technique. But let's move on to our 4th series for tonight. Again, this is just a best of 1 match. We'll be able to see the draft anytime soon. And there you go. We see a high no ban. And then again, we don't know yet if there's going to be a Prio ban in the early, or maybe even the Dolia. But so far, Dolia is going on to the 2nd phase of the ban already. Not sure about Arlie getting banned out here as well. So we'll have to find out.
Let's see if that's gonna happen. But for Kazoku Neo, another suppressed hero, Dongwang, what, personal take on Dongwang. Since Liang came out on the global server, I mean, Liang overshadowed Dongwang, and he's not being picked. Just like what we've seen before in the earlier tournaments of Honor of Kings. He was way too popular. Dongwon was way too popular. He deserves that ban. But right now, if Liang's open, I'm gonna take Liang because of the suppressed kit that he has. But for now, Kazoku Neo, we're gonna focus on Dolia. We want to have that ulti reset with the Celestial Melody.
Yes, yeah, that's true. What you said about Liang, I actually do use Liang in the ranked games as well. It's not just the press that he has, definitely. I mean, in comparison to Dongwang just gives him slows on his skills. Of course, we're not talking about ultimates in here, but for Liang, of course, I think his first skill as well goes for the mini stuns as well. It's just few seconds, but it's still a stun, and the area of effect is quite huge. But then again, so far, even though here, after our first phase of pickings and bans, there is no Arlie ban, so it makes me wonder if the Arlie will be able to slip inside for our bans. But so far, the Prios are in the form of the Ming as well as the Dolia as well.
Oh, me. Marksman is still available for both of these teams, so I'm gonna be expecting a lot of Marksman bans in the next stage. So for my Shiranui to be picked early by Kazoku Neo, I kinda love their commitment. So it's for them to thaw the ice coming in from Gio, even though that Gio managed to pick last rather than pick ahead of Mai Shiranui. Well, Mai Shiranui here is that mage melee hero, aside from Gan and Mo. But in terms of mobility, Mai Shiranui definitely has that kit. He can like go in, dish up the combo, reposition your opponents, and deal a huge amount of explosive magical damage. So Mai Shiranui is the get-go if they wanted to at least pick up someone from the other opposing side of this team. And marksmen are being taken down, surprisingly.
Yes, that's true. Going back to Mai Shiranui, that is going to be a good pick up against the Princess Frost. Princess Frost, of course, you have to go static once you go for that winter is here. So far, the bans are all complete. There is no early banning here, and we go for the last phase of picking, wherein there are still options available like that of the Arlie, the RNG as well is available. So this is going to be looking good and exciting. I do hope that the Arlie gets slipped in, but it seems like they don't want it, because I see a hover on the Shoyue in here. We'll just have to find out. But if I go back, or if I go onto the discussion about our jungler pick in here onto the side of AxG, or rather, of AxG, Prince of Landling, definitely good in going for ganks in the early stages of the game, early to mid. But if we talk about like late game stages, it's gonna be harder for him, because as an assassin jungler, he is not that quite, he doesn't have the sustain. Definitely, he's quite squishy as an assassin hero in here. And if you're talking about like that of a Mai Shiranui and maybe even a Musashi that could just like burst him down, so I think the Prince of Landling needs to be very careful into making this onto a late game. But it seems like our teams anyway, so far for the first 3 sets, love fast games, so maybe they can go for a fast game too in here for our red team.
No RD for us then. Alicio and Fang is way available, so just taking their time. They need to pick the final piece of the puzzle, the Clash laner that definitely fits the role, definitely fits the lineup that AxG Synthsparks has. For Maximus, man, he's deciding to keep an eye towards the Mantra Boy. He's locking in Dharma for this game, and it's gonna be used by John Smith. And I kind of love the name John Smith, because this reminds me of that show or program. I mean, I don't know if everyone knows that, but it kind of reminds me of that neo historical show. Something like that.
Neo classic. Okay, we're talking about Prime here. Maybe it could reveal our ages, so maybe let's not talk about that. Here we go for our 4th series for tonight. Yeah, let's not talk about ages. It might reveal our ages in here, VZG. So, lineup-wise, I would say in here, I think for the side of our red team, our Philippine team, AxG in here, I think they need to take advantage of the Prince of Landling pick that they have into the early up to mid. They have to go for ganks, early kills, in order for them to capitalize what they can do. And they can just like go for the power spike. I would be thinking that maybe Ming gonna go for that assist on the Princess Frost roaming around the map. Alicia might not necessarily need it, because he could just like use his kills to, back away from potential death. And for the side of our Indonesian team, blue team in here, same thing actually for the fan, definitely can sustain for himself. I would be expecting Dolia maybe just roaming around the Musashi, just resetting his ultimate, because Musashi ultimate duel to the death definitely gonna look scary as well onto team fights. But we head into the battlefield. Kazoku Neo from Indonesia versus AxG Synthsparks from the Philippines. Let's head into the gorge and let's find out how it's gonna be.
Let's head on the fight and let's see how they are going to execute that. Standard rotations are there. I mean, 2 mid. We're going to be seeing mid laners and supports battling all up, providing some good amount of supports. But unlike what we've seen from the early game, I mean, Ming, he's just helping out the Hue-1 farm up in that early game. But it seems like he's helping up this Frost in sustaining the mid lane. So, checking out the camps, it seems like Fang on their side managed to clear it up way too fast. So fights is not gonna happen. Let's see if we're gonna be seeing level 4s in a minute.
Yes, that's true. And we can see a rotation though ongoing onto the butt part of the map already, looking scary. Dolia found out about that, will be able to back away. So that is a good vision, bush vision that was done by the Dolia. Fortunately, there is no hard lock coming that could come from the Ming as well as the Prince of Langling. Just a little bit of CC here and there, but the first blood we did not see just happened onto the top side part of the map, killing of the Dharma, and it actually went onto the Masashi, and definitely that's a good point for him. But for the meantime, could be a 1v1 tussle or maybe 2v1. Super low in HP is the Prince of Landling, but under tower he will be safe.
He needs to have that tower because it seems like Kazoku Neo wants to at least take that advantage. For AxG Synthsparks, they need to play defensively because all of their heroes rely on items. They need to farm up, and it seems like Kazoku Neo, they're ahead by 500 gold on this matchup, and they don't want to snowball the kind of advantage on the Kazoku Neo side. And for AxG, they need to apply pressure. But how can they do that? I mean, certain heroes that they have relies on levels, and for Alicio to be a painful one, aside from items, he needs to level up.
Yes, definitely so true, but seems like a 4-man rotation onto the bot side right now. Actually, a backup incoming from the Maestro Nui. Could be a 4v3 situation. But yeah, I think they have to wait a little bit because Lan Ling is still quite far from the map, but a 1v1 tussle ongoing onto the top side as well, which we are currently not exactly seeing, but super low in HP already is Mr. John. No, rather, I thought it was Mr. John Smith, but it is Kazoku on the top. But I like this position of the Musashi once more, really eyeing on to not allowing John Smith to get some of his itemization.
Iko here, he managed to see the Ming, but for Ming, he's gonna try to alert everyone that some of the players from Kazoku Neo, they're gonna try to go for an invade, but that's a good crowd control though. We can see that Lane tries to scout the mid lane, but they have to be fair. Kazoku Neo might be preparing themselves for a fight later on.
But to no afford because everyone's just gonna back away. But meantime, Fang is all alone in here, gonna go for this low CC. But on the top side, the lane gets defeated by the Dharma. Meantime, there's a chase ongoing, super low in HP. A lot of members on the side of AxG gonna go for that ultimate duel to death. This to Musashi, a double kill for him. I'm pretty sure he's having some fun with a lot of gold that he has taken so far, just within 4-minute game time. Not even done because the pressure is in. Winter is here, coming from Princess of Frost to shove away the members of Kazoku Nega. But it's alright because they have proof to actually get the title.
Moving out.
So,
Tyrant has been defeated.
it's gonna be the Musashi Kikoi with a smite towards the first tyrant of the game, Kazoku Neo. They played as the family. Okay, AxG Synthsparks, if you take the tyrant, we're gonna be taking the Overlord. So fair share of these epic monsters.
Yes, that's true. Usually, especially when you have the lane advantage, or if you want to have the lane advantage, you would want to go aim for the Overlord. But if you intend to go for team fights, definitely getting the Tyrant is key because it gives the chain lightning buff. But again, seems like our friend Kiko in here really targets the Dharma on not allowing him to go for some itemization because he always visits the top side.
Yeah, it's always the top side, but we can see Alicio tries to leap towards his death.
Just with some basic attacks coming from the Fang, killed already the Alicia, but there goes the tussle. Winter is here, her already has been used duel to that as well, killing off the Princess Frost. And there goes the TP by the Dharma as well. Will be able to make it in time. Will be able to get a kill. Truth Mantra has been used, but I don't think he'll be able to pick up another member from the side of Kazoku Neko because we're talking about 4 members. They said, you know, no one is actually so strong against 4 or 5 members.
Here, literally living up to their team name. I mean, just like what we've seen here, the family just plays together, stays together. And if you don't know, Kazoku in Japanese means family. Yeah, this is just a dreamer right there.
Here we go. Our Japanese speaking friend.
I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
I'm just kidding. Kazoku, it seems. Okay, at least we've got some trivia over here in the in the stream, right? So
I don't know if that is an Indonesian word because I'm assuming that that's a Japanese word. It sounds Japanese to me.
Yeah, does sound Japanese. But meantime, let's go back to the battlefield. Getting ganked almost by 3 members from the side of AxG Synthsparks. So, well, anyway, he was able to just back away. So it seems like this time in our set 4, series number 4, you know, the teams are more careful in selecting their team fights.
Well, they have to select the fights that they can win. And seems like for Kazoku Neo, every fight is going to be an advantage. I'm seeing some commotions in the bot lane and everyone is going there.
Yes, 4 members from the side of AxG right now. We're gonna go for the duel to death in here, but will it be enough? Yes, it will be, just to kill off the Alicia. But a backup incoming, loss of sustain, loss of HP regeneration coming from the Musashi, and he will still be able to survive. What an amazing play coming from Kazoku Neo in here, killing 3 members from the side of AxG.
Kazoku Neo, they are keeping objectives in check. Might as well get one or lose one from our team, but we're gonna try to fight it all out. We managed to at least get 2 or 3 bodies for the side of AxG Synthsparks. Kazoku Neo here becoming more and more confident in their playstyle. They are now trying to keep the outer towers out, and the last standing outer tower here will be dealt by Kazoku.
Yes, and he's just actually playing around with our Dharma. Alicia onto the top side. Gonna go for the execute. Not gonna be catch up by the CC coming from our Princess Frost. So I think that is good news for our lane friend onto the top side. Actually teleporting to the bottom lane part of the map, might be finding some tussle here and there. And well, the members of AxG actually know, so they're trying to play really defensively right now into this game. But seems like anytime soon that the minion actually flows onto the boss side, seems like they're gonna go be able to take down the bottom lane tower.
Synthsparks right now, they need to stick together. They need to create some space for Geo to secure those buffs, to secure those farms, because Kazoku Neo seems like they're not letting them take a breather here because of the pressure that they're showing.
What Kikoi is actually doing right now, the Musashi 1v3ing the members, or making 1v5. Actually, even still getting a double kill up against a lot of members on the side of AxG Synthsparks. So, but then again, Kazoku still, I think, managed everything within the 8-minute game time, because they also managed to take the Shadow Tyrant down bottom half of the map, and will be able to manage to push the tower in the bot.
Just look at the commitment from these guys. Even Musashi literally living up to his ult. Duel to the death. He managed to die while taking 2 heroes for the side of AxG Synthsparks. So that's a really good way into reducing the numbers from the side of AxG Synthsparks. And I kind of love the Bushido Creed that he's showing. A true samurai indeed.
True. I mean, his mantra, I don't think John Smith has the truth mantra right now. It seems like the mantra is on the side of Kikoi, the Musashi of Kazoku Neko. But here we go. Really love the bush vision being provided by the members of Kazoku Neko in here. Actually, a strategy that is that requires some patience, you know. You can just like always show yourself in the map, or else you're not gonna give surprises to your opponents. So less information for the opponents, more opportunity for you to actually go for successful decks. But what are the teams right now? If we go for an epic monster objective, we can see Kazoku Neko just going for the Overlord, and the other camp actually go for the Tyrant. So in this kind of cases, I actually like the objective take of Kazoku Neo more, because it went on the Neko cat. Sorry about that. Family cat, I'm sorry. But yeah, I like the objective take more because they can actually push more towers, which is what the lead that they currently have right now.
Team that we can see the confidence from the side of Kazoku Neo. Seems like the fights are way too inevitable. They are starting the fight, and right now AxG somehow trying to bounce back. But look at this, Madam Kaisaya. They're forcing Kazoku Neo to back out a little bit, but this gives room for Musashi to take down towers. But for AxG, we're not gonna give this up. Even with the Shadow Vanguards in the lane, we don't even care. I'm just gonna clear that out real quick.
Yeah, that's true, but then again, gotta love the Death at Sunset use by the lane in there. Just, carrying away the members of AxG in there, but I think there's still a good defense by AxG, not allowing the members of Kazoku Neo to actually go for another tower push. But then again, everyone's gonna go back to calm. I think AxG in here just needs to find a way for the Winter is Frost to be connected just like right off the bat, right onto a lot of members of Kazoku Neko, but the Neo. But the question is, how can they do that? I think John Smith in here needs to find a way to actually, gank and go for a particular target.
For John Smith, he needs to reposition some particular target because that's what Dharma is good at. I mean, having that reposition kit, John Smith, he can like easily toss his opponents up and then go for the pickoff. It's like a counterpart of Mai Shiranui, but of course, Mai Shiranui is way too mobile compared to John Smith's Dharma. I mean, one thing that's good about John Smith's Dharma is that he's very, very durable. He's a cash laner. He can like easily clear out lanes, but in terms of like magic damage, Mai Shiranui gets the job done.
That's so true. And again, we're talking about a while ago, even during the draft, the Prince of Landing in here, Gio, needs to get that opportunity onto the early and mid, but I think, real nice bush vision coming for our Musashi. He is just basically advancing because he knows he can sustain. But again, now that we are now onto the late game, this is actually looking risky for our Prince of Landing. In here, we see a fight ongoing right now. Death at Sunset already has been used to back away. The zone being created by the Princess of Frost, but they need to find a way. Look at that duel to death onto the backline of Team AxG Synthsparks. Again, another Death of Sunset just zoning away the members of Synthsparks away. And there's a chase as well coming from our Fang, trying to get Jan Smith alive, but to no afford. But then again, they were able to push back the members of AxG, and in this time, they will be able to take away more of the jungle camps of AxG.
Getting eliminated with the damage coming in from Fang, but of course it's John Smith. He managed to at least survive in that fight, and who knows? I mean, it's too good for goodbyes. It's too good to goodbyes. Am I saying the reference right? I mean, is that the guy who sang that?
Too good for goodbyes? I think so. I mean, I forgot the exact phrase, but I get what you mean in there. So. Yeah.
Sam Smith, my bad.
What was it?
That's Sam Smith. I mean, the singer. Sorry, my
Oh
bad.
yeah, I mean, I know. I'm thinking about the lyrics if it's correct. But before we further think about that, here we go. Real nice dash out coming, or juke out coming from our Musashi. But if team fight continues in here, we see, everyone's just going up for that. Look at the damage coming from Mr. Kikoi. Just going for a mano tussle up against Gio. Gio cannot do anything because he's squishy. He's a squishy assassin. Another Death of Sunset in here onto the back line of Team AxG, sustaining the damage coming from the tower in here. There goes a lifesaver. Some water pool in here coming from our Dolia, just poking around. But you know what? They really need to be very careful in here, even though they are able to scare away the members of AxG. I mean, if they just make a mistake, maybe even Kigoi or Bo actually dying, it's gonna be risky. But for the meantime, they have the dragon in here onto the top side. Kigoi just going even onto the base of AxG right now, very confidently. And in here, though, overextended is Mr. John Smith, but doesn't care anymore because they have the Shadow Vanguard in here already, trying to go for the crystal. The focus fire is on here. Is this gonna be Kazoku Neo already? Oh, they try so hard, and there goes the life save by the dragon. Congratulations to our Indonesian team, Kazoku Neo winning and moving forward to our round 2.
John Smith singing "Stay With Me" towards the crystal, but the crystal doesn't want to stay with them, and that's why they managed to at least take that defeat coming in from Kazoku Neo. And congratulations to Kazoku Neo for winning that fight. And for AxG Synthsparks, they did their very best. They show they showed the entire world on how great they are when it comes to playing Honor of Kings. And we're gonna be seeing more of Kazoku Neo in the next set of matches that we're gonna be having right now. They made it to the cut. The top 32 teams that we're gonna be seeing here in this tournament, they established themselves. And talking about this game, I mean, what I've seen right now kind of remind me of a popular song. I know that they're Indonesians, but it goes like this. Andito na si Kikoy. So it's literally Kikoy and Chito going there, just trying to dish out a lot of kills right now. Every time that we see fights, Kikoy is there to start it off. Duel to the death is the key to victory for this team. No doubt about that.
Yes, that is so true. If you will even take a look at their point score here, 4.8 for the Dolia, primarily because, you know, most of the time whenever Musashi will actually go for a fight, it doesn't even require Dolia to be present. I mean, this is like Kikoy just going all in, regardless if he is just going for a 1v4 1v5 situation. Doesn't matter because there's so much sustain onto him, HP regeneration. If I'm gonna be taking a look at the itemization of our AxG team in here, they don't have an anti-heal present to go up against the Musashi. So I mean, that's gonna be so hard to deal with. He's just a refreshing HP, and a lane as well. So it's gonna. That is why we see both Musashi and Elaine just going onto the back line, not even worried about the damage that the Alisho can dish out. So yeah, I mean, this is why I think itemization needs to be very thought of very well, even while you are in game.
For Kikoy, I mean, I respected the damage item build. He doesn't even build some tank items. He goes straight for damage. Axe of Tormentor, Frost Scars, Blood Weeper, to make sure that he gets the sustain that he needs. He doesn't need sustain from the armor durability. He needs sustain from life steals, and that's what Kikoy is definitely doing. And that's why Kikoy and the rest of the team, Kazoku Neo, they'll proceed towards the next round. In terms of like tankiness, they can like easily rely on Kekaptu to stay in front. So for them, it was really well executed. For Musashi,
So true.
focusing on damage, well done.
Well done. Unfortunately, Done is not in their team, so
I understand that reference. Yeah.
that reference, right? So yeah, congratulations to our Indonesian team moving forward to our round 2. This is just first half of our stream for tonight, and we will be able to witness 4 more sets for later. It's a mix of, you know, teams coming from the Philippines, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Cambodia, Myanmar. So I love the mix. You know what? When I see the post coming from BFStv Facebook page, it's so lovely to see like a mix of different flags from different countries. Like not one country is dominating. It's just like a mix and a balance of every teams from different countries. So kudos, I guess. And I think I'm happy for the community that we have so far in Honor of Kings.
But for Supremacy TV, of course, it's a really great mix of this sponsor that made it possible. So ladies and gentlemen, we have Team Wallet, and of course with D Wallet, you can buy, sell, and trade crypto tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Algo, Solana, and more. So unlike any platforms where you need to download and sign up separately to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, Team Wallet Bot makes it easier and more accessible for everyone by saving your time and effort through Supreme ETFs, or Supreme Exchange Traded Funds, in TEAM Wallet. That's right. You cannot spell team with TEAM. So you can now purchase a Bitcoin and Ethereum with just one click. Team Wallet has integrated all these features into a single system, making it more convenient and efficient for its users. So all you have to do is to search at Team Wallet Bot in Telegram to take advantage of this convenient tool.
Very convenient. So I think that is very nice. It's gonna be very helpful for you know, regular players, but everyone who is into the crypto space as well. So yeah, really interesting games, really interesting. I mean, sponsors, what they can provide as a tool for everyone in this, tech industry, tech and gaming industry, or finance industry. So yeah, do check out Team Wallet, and I think there will be more information actually shared by BFS TV Facebook page, or you can maybe even send us over a message on our Facebook page if you have more questions.
That, of course, aside from Team Wallet, we also have Team Tokens. Earn Team Tokens by referring players to join our tournaments, just like this one. These tokens can be converted to cash or used to join upcoming events in Battle for Supremacy TV. And speaking of another team feature, we also have the Supreme Team Draft. This offers you the opportunity to be drafted within its ranks by dominating in events for Call of Duty Mobile and Fortnite. Available to all players worldwide, so what are we waiting for? Might as well show us what you've got. And speaking of Fortnite, we also have this V-Bucks. Now, by using BNB, you can purchase Fortnite V-Bucks and receive the pin real time at Team Wallet Book. So, all the gift cards and prizes needs to be claimed by users. So if not, these will be returned to the respective senders. And another Fortnite thing, we're talking about big tournaments here. So if you're a Fortnite player that's itching to compete, well, we have these tournaments for you. We are just making it in the works. So make sure to explore our island map, BFSTV's Red and Blue, to keep yourselves updated. Join our Telegram channel, BFStv Fortnite, to learn more. And not only that, we also have this top-up. Get your very own Riot points, Garena shells, Fortnite V-Bucks, and Honor of Kings tokens. It is available now, so what are you waiting for? Grab your chance to get hold of these perks.
But actually, I wasn't able to hear you, Vince. I think your mic was muted. Could you, could you repeat?
No.
I'm just kidding. I did it to you last night, so I got you this time. So everyone, so if you have any more questions about Team Wallet, about Team Tokens, and the BFS TV top up, just send over a message or browse through the Facebook page of BFS TV Facebook page and find out more information about that. And I guess that's it for our first half of our tournament stream for tonight. We have another second half for later. We will just be heading on to a really short break. Once again, I'm Kaisaya. With me is Vince AG. We'll be back after a few minutes break.